loves lilies, lads, loves dudes. You know, everybody in the garden. All right, let's go. More and more and more reading. Documents, of course. Yeah, taking my time. We're taking our time. I know. I want to rush through them. But I can't. We can't rush through them. I'm going to miss things. For sure. Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right. And then, guys, I really want to tell you that story. I just can't seem to get to it. But, yeah. All right, let's go. We're going to pick it up with the documents, guys. Pick it up with more documents. This Thursday, I think, is the hearing to see if we can unseal things or not. Oh, my God. Yeah. We shall see how Moscow is going to get around this. Should be interesting. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. Righty, let's go. 59. Yes, we have another interview. White male, 36 years old, and here's the narrative. Let's go. December 9th, 2022. All right. 25? A little over 3 weeks, right, after the incident. At about 12:08 p.m., Idaho State Police Detective Pal and I interviewed Blank regarding his interactions with Kaylee. Okay. Kaylee had been from January to March 2022. Had been a blank in blank. Okay, from January to March 2022. Not long. Detective Pal and I met with at the located there in Moscow, Idaho. What follows is a summary of the interview. For full details, refer to the audio recording. Okay. Well, let's hear it. After advising Blank of the purpose of the interview and that the interview would be recorded, he provided the following information. Okay. He first met Kaylee in January of 2022 when she was placed by the University of Idaho as a which was part of the requirements of her degree. Okay. When she was placed, what? In her internship? Practicum? I don't know. Kaylee was initially timid and struggled to connect with which she attributed to complications of the COVID-19 lockdowns. Okay. All right. I don't like that description. I don't like timid and struggle to connect with which he attributed to the I don't like that description at all because that's not consistent with descriptions of Kaylee from other people, friends, whoever. I don't think I've ever heard her be described as timid and struggling to connect with people. All right, that's troublesome to me. Kaylee did blank titled Fun Festivals of Africa. Okay. During her time as a Okay. During her time as a what? Fun Festivals of Africa. Okay. The only time he had contact with Kaylee outside of their professional relationship was when he took his 3 daughters and wife to Kaylee's sorority house so his daughter could sell chocolate bars to the sorority as a fundraising event for an international trip. The only communications he had with Kaylee was regarding her role as a and was typically via text message. He will periodically take to get coffee after they successfully complete their but he couldn't remember definitively if he had taken Kaylee to coffee during her time in I don't know, guys. What is this? He couldn't remember the exact dates, but knew Kaylee was a from January to March 2022. What? God, I don't know, guys. This sounds really, I don't know. It sounds insidious, whatever this is. On the night of November 12th and into the early morning hours of the 13th, he was at home with his family. Okay. He was with his 3 daughters at home while his wife, blank, was at a ladies' night from about 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. He put his children to bed about 9 p.m., and then he went to bed shortly after. When his wife arrived home around 10, he was already asleep in bed. He called his wife while we were speaking and placed it on speakerphone. She provided the same information as he did previously. Okay. Okay. Yeah. He was initially agreeable to providing a DNA exclusionary sample, but was hesitant to allow his cell phone to be forensically extracted. Okay. Oh, God. Blank he had to leave to but agreed to provide the DNA sample later that evening after discussing the matter of the cell phone extraction with his wife. Oh boy, this just gets worse and worse here. At about 5 p.m., he contacted me by phone and told me he intended to seek legal counsel before providing a DNA sample or allow his cell phone to be forensically extracted. Wow, okay. He told me he would contact me on December 12, 2022 to finalize his decision. Oh, man. Okay, on December 12th now, so December 12th rolls around. I processed the audio recording of the interview into evidence at the Moscow Police Department and transferred the recording to the Moscow Police evidence technician. Okay, great. On the 13th at about 5 p.m., I contacted this asshole by phone after he failed to contact me on the previous day. Gee, you think that was going to happen? He told me he did not believe he had done anything wrong. He had been a good Samaritan by allowing Kaylee to be and he didn't understand why he was on the contact list in the first place. Therefore, he was declining to provide a DNA sample or his phone for extraction. Okay. Oh, my God. So it must be Brian, right, guys? It must be Brian. Brian did it. Here we got some. There you go. Here's another one. Here's another strong contestant. Okay, for suspect of the month. Okay, yeah. Now listen. I can kind of get around the phone maybe a little, but the DNA I cannot get around. Cannot get around the DNA. No. Unless this guy, listen, the only way I can see getting around the DNA is if this guy has some sort of inside knowledge or something, being fearful of in some way of giving his DNA to the Moscow Police Department. So otherwise, there's no reason not to do this. If you have nothing to do with the crime, well, this should be pretty easy. And I don't like the language here. I don't like when someone refers to themselves as a good Samaritan. I don't like that at all. Yeah, a lot of language in this person's statements. Raising the hair on my head here. And what is he talking? What were they involved in? Was that a movie? Uh, I don't know. It sounds really insidious, guys. What this person is discussing. I mean, it sounds like, are we talking about like adult entertainment stuff here? Is that what we're talking about? I mean, it sounds like it to me. I could be totally wrong and off base, but it sounds insidious. Whatever it is, maybe it's just the way Idaho wrote this, Idaho State Police. But wow, okay, all right. Is there any more? What is this? Oh, this is what is this? Oh, this is his handwritten note. So okay, this is his handwritten note he put in here. No, so no, this is not insidious. What am I thinking? Why does this sound so insidious? I don't know. This sounds insidious though. It sounds whatever's going on here with this class, or I don't know what this is. Fun festivities of Africa. I don't know what this is. A project of some sort? A school project? I don't know. It sounds more insidious than that, but had trouble connecting. I don't like that language. Maybe he creeped her out. And yeah, I don't know. This sounds like a professor. This sounds like a professor to me. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Sounds like a professor who has some shady shit going on with him. That's what it sounds like. It also sounds like to me he may have had a crush on Miss Kaylee, but again, I could be totally off base. Sounds to me though that whoever this person is, yeah, was doing some inappropriate things, and I don't know what I would like. Yeah, what's on your phone? What's on your phone? I don't know. Anyway, and why aren't you providing DNA? Wow. All right. Well, that's that one. Let's move on. So that was 59. We're on to 60. All right, we're on to 60. Another interview here. Let's see who this one is. Let's see if this next person can top this one for Suspect of the Month. Let's see here. Let's see who's coming up. We've got the narrative summary. Okay, we got a white male who's 56. Okay, white male now, 56. Wow. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, here's a narrative. So December 12th. Now, who is this? Sorry, guys. Okay, Weinstein. December 12th. Okay, let's go. Let's see what this one's. Oh my gosh. Do we even want to go? I don't know. Nah, let's go. All right, let's go. December 12th. 1:38 p.m. All right, we got Idaho State Police Detective Pohanka. Tonga my shalanga. And remember, that's in the what is that now? That's in the that's in the native tongue. All right, that's in the native tongue. And Trooper, wow. And Trooper, let's block him all out. Blank, blank. Why is Trooper blank, blank blocked out? Okay. Conducted an interview with, the interview was in reference to the unalivings of the four, which occurred at the King Road residence. All right. The interview took place at, located in Emmett, Idaho. The tip was provided by from about information may have. All right. Okay. Blank, blank reported the following during the interview. Okay. Oh, Weinstein. All right. He lived in Moscow during 2021 and knew a guy named unknown last name. He reported was creepy. Oh boy, here we go. And liked to go out and try to meet young girls at the bars. Yeah, that sounds about right for this case. Yep. Oh, blank lived at a trailer park. He couldn't give an address, but stated it was at coming into town, you would take a left. And it would take you to the trailer park. He lives at the trailer. Okay. Wow. All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is this older G? Is this older G? Is this old version G? Blank had a lot of knives and drove a or At approximately 1:44 p.m., we concluded the interview. Oh God. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's it? Guys, you're right. I forget who originally made the comment. But when it starts getting good, they stop it. Well, what about him? Oh, he had a lot of knives and what? Okay? Oh my gosh. This is pathetic. Is that seriously that's it for the interview that you did with this person? Unfucking this fucking believable, guys. I can't fucking believe this is just ridiculous. I mean, just when you think again, when you say ridiculous, the next thing comes along and supersedes that ridiculousness. Oh wow. That's some good vetting there. Oh my God. Okay, hey, 61. Let's go. Wow, another interview. Boy, maybe this one's even shorter than that one. Holy crap. That's pathetic, guys. That is absolutely fucking pathetic. Wow. Okay, let's see who this is. Now we got a 32-year-old male, white male, whatever. 32-year-old white male. All right. Oh, sorry. Witness 2. We got 2 males, 2 white males. This one's 44. So 32-year-old, 44-year-old. Any more witnesses? Yes, another witness, another male, 36. Okay, three this time. Wow. All right, let's go. December 14th now. All right, 2 p.m. Idaho State Police Detective O'Hara, Scarlett perhaps, and I interviewed regarding his activity on the evening of November 12th and early morning of the 13th. Listen to the audio recording for full details of the interview. Yeah, as soon as you release it. After being advised of the purpose of the interview, blank provided the following information. On the evening of the 12th until about 2:30 a.m. into the 13th, he was bar hopping. Sounds about right for Idaho. Just about everybody, I think, on Saturday does this. Right, Kim? Now stop it. Stop it. Now stop it. All right. Well, at least this one knows it's a bar in the evening, okay? At least this one probably knows it's a bar in the evening. Just saying. All right. Oh, he was bar hopping with his friends. Blank, blank, and blank, blank. He and blank had a drink at the Tunga Hunga Dunga Mashlanga, then walked to Mingles, where we jingle our chains in our pocket suit, right? In our suit. We jingle our change. Where they shoot pool. Oh my God. We play pocket pool and we jingle our change. All right. Fuck you. Fuck all, guys. Fuck off. Master Nature, I don't think it's appropriate time to be making jokes like this. And these aren't appropriate jokes. It's not midnight yet, okay, Master. All right, thanks, MD. All right. They shot pool most of the evening and were joined by there, then continued to John's Alley and stayed there until it closed around 2:30 a.m. Ah, no corner club? Interesting. After the bars, maybe they were banned. Who knows? Maybe they're the banned from there. Anyway, after the bars closed, they walked to Oomp's house near Pizza Perfection, where he sobered up before driving his car home. No, before driving his home. Whatever, still his car. Sobered up real quick. I guess I guess pizza perfection. I guess it sobers you up. Maybe it's that good. I don't know. After he arrived home, he went to bed and slept until about 9 a.m. Once he woke up, he took his garbage to the dumpster, noting it was overfull and needed to be emptied. Okay, yeah. Well, we did see that one of the garbage dumpsters in the body cam footage. Yeah, that was way overdue for dumping. Holy shit, that looked like 3 months worth of garbage in there. Wow, from everybody in the vicinity. Wow. Anyway, but but can anybody corroborate the fact that he just went home? Can anybody corroborate that? Anyway, yeah. He returned to his apartment and ate breakfast. He did not know any of the victims, nor did he have any contact with them. Okay. At about 5 p.m., I spoke with by telephone. Affirmed timeline of November 12th to the 13th by providing the following information. Okay, so this is his alibi. He and blank had dinner at Rants and Raves. Oh my God. Oh wow. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. Had dinner at around 5 p.m. 6 p.m., then went to Mingles, where they were joined by until it started to slow down. Then continued to John's Alley until closing around 2:30. After leaving John's Alley, he and blank walked to his residence. Okay. Blank drove home around 2:30 to 2:45. I thought they drove. I thought they drove to his residence. All right, whatever. He did not know, and that's odd. Did they drive or did they walk? Oh, okay. He did not know any of the victims, and he had not had any contact with any of them. However, a student in his class, blank blank, did notify him he would not be at class because he was a friend of one of the students and would be attending the memorial service. Okay. All right. On December 15th at about 8:30 p.m., I spoke with blank by phone. Blank affirmed blank and blank's account of November 12th and 13th by providing their details. So now we're on to the other alibi here for these people, for everybody, right? Okay, blank met blank and blank at Mingles around 8 p.m., where they stayed playing pocket pool and jingling their change, drinking until about midnight. They then walked to John's Alley, where they had a few more drinks and stayed there until closing around 2 or 2:30 a.m. All right. Once the bar closed, he parted ways with blank and blank as they began walking towards blank's residence, while he began hitchhiking home, located on in Moscow, until someone gave him a ride to the bank, located across the street from his residence. Okay, once he was home, he ate. Now, who is going to corroborate this guy's story? The person who picked him up. Who's next? Once he was home, he ate some food and then went to bed, where he stayed until about 12 noon. He did not know any of the victims and had not had any contact with any of them. Oh my gosh. On December 15th, I processed the recorded audio and evidence and transferred it to the Moscow Police Department evidence technician Tim Smallridge. Okay, anything else? Oh, we got more? Oh, it continues. Oh, wait. Oh, we got handwritten notes. Well, that's nice. Yeah, great. All right, there you go, guys. That was number 60, I believe, right? No, 61. Okay. 62. Let's go a little bit more. 179. We are on 62 supplement. Ooh, what is this? IV? What? No, 4. 11/19/2022, 6 days after the unalivings. Blank IV. Blank interview. I don't know. Did we just miss the N? Probably. All right, let's see what this is. Okay, witness. Oh, white female 20. All right, white female 20. Lewiston, Idaho. Witness 2. No idea. No demographics. Witness 3, no demographics. Witness 4, no demographics. Brady Walker doing this one. Okay. Witness 5, no demographics. Witness 6, no demographics at all. Witness 7, same thing, no demographics. 8, no demographics. 9, no demographics at all. Wow. Hey, we're doing some good vetting here, guys. I can only imagine what this one says. Let's go. Oh, my God. All right, hang on. Let's go. Okay. November 19th, 6 days after the event, at approximately 11:19. Well, that's a coincidence. Interesting. On 11:19 at approximately 11:19. Oh, God. Why? Why? All right. Idaho State Police Detective Brady Walker called date of birth 2002 at blank from my Idaho State Police issued cell phone while at the Moscow Police Department. Idaho State Police Detective Andy Hodel was present. The intent was to set up a time for an interview, but I learned blank was out of town. Detective Hodel started an audio recording shortly after blank informed us she was out of the area, and I began the interview. All right, let's go. She started at the University of Idaho the year before and met Maddie and Xana through her sorority. She grew close with Xana. She met Kaylee around the middle of August. She met blank and blank through her blank the year before, and the relationship grew closer after the start of the school year, August 2022. All right, she visited the King Road residence at least once every weekend. Yeah, once every weekend, and described it as a party house. She would usually arrive at the house before other guests. All right. The parties consisted of playing games around the middle of August 2022. She met blank and blank through her blank. Okay, at the start of the school year, August 22. Okay, great. Right. All right. The parties consisted of playing games and drinking. Okay, right. Yeah. She described the party as people mingling with each other and playing beer pong and being more relaxed than rowdy or rambunctious. There were only a few occasions where she would go there to simply watch a movie or do something other than party. The parties occurred about once a week on Friday or Saturday and were normally attended by 20 to 30 people. All right. The parties were normally attended by the same 20 or 30 people. If a person showed up randomly to the party without being invited, they would not be allowed to stay. Okay. Except on that one occasion where they were the roommates. Except on that one where the roommates weren't even in the house. Okay. Except on that occasion, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how hard and fast those rules were. Just saying. Okay. She had not been there when that had happened. Except that one time where, again, nobody was home and there was 40 people in the house. And the roommates weren't even there. She knew of a house close by where Xana had lived the year before, where athletes would show up at a party they heard about. However, they were not welcome and were asked to leave. She later texted me a picture of a map of the neighborhood and circled the residence where Xana lived previously. That address for the house she pointed out was there. All right. She said blank was dating a male named blank who lived in Boise and thought they had dated for a couple of years. Okay. No. She had not met and did not believe he had visited Moscow. Okay. Blank would usually visit during school breaks. The only complaint had about this person was how much he played video games. Blank did not believe had a relationship with another male during this time. Okay, who? Did not believe who? Blank did not have a boyfriend at the time. She somewhat dated a male named and they blank at least once, but the relationship did not develop. Hooked up? What? I don't know. Ethan stayed with Xana almost every night. She did not see Ethan and Xana on Saturday night, the 12th, but had seen them on Friday, the 11th, and described their relationship as good. She described Ethan as helpful to the other girls and said he seemed to fit in the house without any issue. All right. She had met Maddie's boyfriend a couple times and had last seen him at homecoming, so Jake, at the beginning of October. She didn't know Maddie that well, and they didn't have any deep personal discussions with each other. All right. She had not met Kaylee's boyfriend. When Blank was at the house, Kaylee was usually gone or upstairs in her room. Okay. All right. On the night of the 12th, Blank was at another house party with some other friends. Blank later sent me a picture of the location of the other the house party, which was listed the attendees of the party as female, male, and then and eventually yeah, okay. Yeah. There were potentially other attendees, but she did not know everyone, so she could not remember. All attendees were students. At this time, she thought Ethan and Xana were still at this party. Okay, right. What time was that? Okay. When Blank left she and Blank got a ride from a sober freshman in a frat to the King Road house. She could not remember the make of his car. Okay. She could not remember exact times that she left the party and went to the King Road house. She had taken videos and photographs that night and said the timestamp from the last video at was at 11:54 p.m. The timestamp from the first video at the King Road house was 12:43 a.m. Okay. 12:43 a.m. Okay. What the fuck? When Blank arrived with Blank at the King Road house, she went straight to the bathroom on the main floor. They entered through the front door with the keypad lock. Several other people have the front door code, and the sliding door on the main level had not been locked when she was there. All right. She believed Blank got home right after after she and Blank, but knew they all arrived around the same time. She was not aware of anybody else being home and stayed on the main floor the entire time she was there. Okay. All right. So, this is Dylan's friend, is it? Is this Dylan's friend we're talking about? This is Dylan's friend, eh? And because Bethany came home after them, right? Supposedly? This is Dylan's freaking friend, her other vampire friend. Yeah, after Blank went to the bathroom, after who? Dylan? I don't know. After went to the bathroom, they went to the kitchen where Dylan made popcorn. She sat on the floor and played with Murphy, Kaylee's dog. She thought that had let Murphy out. What? Okay, she thought that Dylan or Bethany had let Murphy out. After the popcorn was made, they went to the living room and started watching the fucking Vampire Diaries. Here we go. Oh my God. They didn't have much conversation while watching the TV show. Blank took several selfies and videos. Dylan, Bethany, took several selfies and videos. After leaving, okay, now she leaves. After leaving, Blank walked back to her sorority house. So she walked back to her sorority house. The timestamp on the last photograph she took at the King Road house was 1:33 a.m. And the first timestamp from media at her sorority was 2:19 a.m. Okay. She estimated it took about 15 minutes for her to walk home. Okay. Interesting. Wow. While Blank was at the King Road house, she was only aware of Dylan and Bethany being present and did not see or know of anyone else being at the house. Right. She left through the front door and did not see anything of note while walking home. After leaving the King Road house, she did not hear from Dylan or Bethany until after receiving the vandal alert the next day. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's interesting. She did not hear from Dylan or Bethany until after receiving the vandal alert, which was around what? A little bit after 1 o'clock that day, on that Sunday, the 13th, the next day. Wow. Okay. She could not think of anyone who would be capable or involved in this incident. She also could not remember any instance of one of the victims mentioning a stalker or anything of that nature. She sent me several screenshots of social media contacts and contact cards for some of the people she mentioned. She also sent pictures and videos she took that night at Blank and at the King Road house, as well as the previously mentioned map screenshots. The audio recording of this interview as well as the photographs sent were saved with this report, Supplement 62, and will be submitted to evidence at the Moscow Police Department. End of report. That's Brady Walker. Interesting. Wow. All right, guys, we're going to leave it right there, and we're going to pick it up next time with 63. I know, so we're going slow, guys. 63. That's the page we're on. And, 181. So we'll pick it up next time with 63. And what do we got? We got another interview, this time December 4th. And let's see, how long is this? We got, witness 1, we got a white female 20. Witness 2, unknown, 47 years old. Witness 3, 49 years old. Witness 4, another 20-year-old. Okay, 4 witnesses in this one. And, all right, that's where the narrative starts, and that's where we're going to end it right there. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. If I'm not back on here today, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening. Beautiful dreams, of course, tonight. We'll pick it up if not tonight, tomorrow. And I love you all. Best garden in the world. It keeps growing. It keeps getting bigger. And, I don't know. That's all I got to say. Best garden ever. All right. And yes, sometimes I do get tunnel vision. You're correct. Sometimes I do get tunnel vision. All right. Bye-bye. I love you all, babies. Bye-bye.